quick little yo-yo stream, having some fun, doing some yo-yo tricks, and sit back, relax, and enjoy. Close. Oh my. I got a pretty good knot already. We just started. There we go. I just realized I put the title for Saturday night and it's Friday night. Oops. Oh well, I'll fix that later. Eiffel Tower. For you, it's almost midnight, but you woke up because part of the tree just fell in your window. Oof. That's not good. Did it break your window? I hope not. How you doing, by the way, Des? We need to stream together still. I'm planning to stream longer tomorrow, so maybe if you have time, we could try doing a duo stream. Could be fun. Yo, thanks. Thanks, Danny. Appreciate it, man. Dang. I keep trying to go for an off-string regen there. Epic yo-yo time, indeed. How's it going, Monkey? How's it going, DJ? Yo, thanks, Sophia. Appreciate it. Yeah, that'd be awesome if you'd like to subscribe. By all means, go for it. You wish you could do it as well? Well, there are many great tutorials online, and I'm actually making some tutorials as well too, so hopefully those can be helpful in learning some yo-yo tricks. How's it going? GYAT. Hope everybody's having an awesome Saturday. Wow, I keep saying it's Saturday. It's literally Friday. I hope everybody's having a great Friday. Hopefully I can say this. Finally to the weekend. We made it. We made it, chat. You're gonna sub. Yo, thank you so much, Monkey. Welcome to the squad. Appreciate the support, my friend. You gotta go to bed, but I'll tell you if you can go live tomorrow. Okay, sounds good. And no sweat if you're not available tomorrow. We can always try another day. But have a good night. Everyone like and subscribe. Absolutely. Thank you so much for putting that. I'm going to pin that message real quick. Thank you, Des. Appreciate it. Oops, wrong chopstick. There we go. Never landed in that triangle before. That was a fun one. How do I do that? A lot of practice. I've been yo-yoing for 16 years, and so these are all tricks that I just like to do, and I just throw them out. It's fun. I watched a lot of tutorials growing up on yo-yoing, and after a certain point I just kind of started making my own tricks. Yeah, it's a long time. Thanks, man, I appreciate it. There are definitely people who are better that have done it for shorter periods of time, but for me, yo-yoing is a hobby. I just enjoy it. It's fun, and I like to share it with people. So if you enjoy that kind of thing, I hope you enjoy the stream, and feel free to check out some of my other content as well. Post shorts pretty much every day, and I'm working on some tutorial series as well too. I just filmed a few episodes for one of them, so I just need to do some editing for that here over the weekend, hopefully. I'm actually really excited about the tutorial series. I think it'll fill a need. Because like there are a lot of tutorials for like 1A tricks, but there's not nearly as many tricks for off string, or tutorials, excuse me, for off string. So I'm gonna contribute a few tutorial series kind of tricks to that. Trying to help people get into yo-yoing this year. It's a really fun hobby, and I think it would be a great way to spend this year is getting into a new hobby. Balancing on one leg that long is really hard, actually. There we go. Goodness gracious. Oops. Haven't had that one happen before. There we go. Yo, how's it going, Xander? Welcome, welcome. How's it going, man? Having a chill 1A stream tonight. Doing good, that's good to hear. Welcome back, Monkey. Your dad called you, that's fair. It's important to answer those calls. I'm glad that you answered. I love that whip, it's so cool. You're getting a black Demon Speed tomorrow? Nice. Oh, Demon Speed 2.0. Nice. That's sick, dude. I hope you like it. Is it similar specs to the first one, or did they change it up a bunch? It's really sharp and the old one was rounded. Yeah, I thought the old one was pretty much like almost a pure organic. So they changed the shape up a bunch. Interesting. Did you see there's this guy on Yo-Yo Expert who made like this 3D printed yo-yo that's 106 millimeters wide. Low-key, I'm actually thinking about getting one because I think it'd be hilarious. Dang. Almost had that. Oh boy. Getting some weird mounts for a second there. But we're good. We figured it out eventually. And we got an excellent. I think. A really bad excellent. Holy crap. What happened here? What on earth is that? Wow. We got a pretty bad excellent with that one. Look at this. What the heck is that? There we go. Well, we're gonna just act like that didn't happen. I'm just kidding. No. There we go. All right. We're back in business. I have a sneaking suspicion that my chat isn't updating. Oh, never mind. It's all good. Nighttime chill yo-yo tricks. It's yo-yo ASMR. No, I'm just kidding. No, we're I'm just kidding. This tower is just so fun, man. Yo, how's it going, Ethan? Welcome, welcome. Really tiny tower. How's my night going? It's going pretty good. Just chilling, vibing, doing some yo-yo tricks, hanging out. I was letting people know earlier I just got done filming some like a couple episodes of of an off-stream tutorial series that I'm gonna start editing hopefully this weekend. This bearing is getting really loud. Oh, alright, we're good. You're really sick right now. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you get some good sleep that helps you get feeling a little better. It's no fun to be sick. Yeah, an infection in your throat and got the flu. Oof, that's rough, dude. I hate the flu. It's not fun at all. It does remind me though, I don't know if I ever got my flu shot. Probably should double check that. Hey. Yo, how's it going? King of posting random stuff. I do remember you. Welcome back. Do my fingers hurt after yo-yoing after the string can dig into your skin? Sometimes, but only if I yo-yo like way more than I normally do. Um, Especially like when you're working on building up the calluses for yo-yoing, it can hurt a lot because you get pretty bad string burn. But I have pretty, I have pretty thick calluses on my fingers at this point, so it's not too bad. Can I do walk the dog? I got you, fam. I can. This dog does need a walk after all. Can I do man on the trapeze and to rock the baby? Of course. We got trapeze. And then, so trapeze and then rock the baby. That makes more sense. So trapeze into rock the baby. Thanks, man. I was trying to think of a good transition between the tricks. I was wondering if I would be able to do it from the loop on the trapeze, and then I realized I could just dismount straight into it. You haven't been watching my streams lately. School's catching up to you a bit. That's all right. I honestly haven't been streaming as much as I like, because I went out of town for a bit, and I didn't stream too often then. But I've been trying to stream more now that I'm back. I'm trying to figure out like the amount of streaming that works for me and my schedule, and I think it's more around like the 2 to 3 times a week rather than the everyday. Every day was just too much for me. But 2 to 3 times a week where I have like one night that's like just a chill vibing kind of stream, and then like maybe a challenge based stream. I'm still thinking through how I want to do it. Have I heard the news? The news of what? Can I do the loop? I would imagine you mean loop the loop. And yes, just not with this yo-yo specifically. Give me just a second to get a knot out of this axle. But yes, I can do loop the loop. Just give me a second. This knot is being stubborn. There we go. Yeah, the doomsday clock reached 86 seconds before midnight. I have no idea what that means. But loop the loop, I generally use a fixed axle yo-yo or just a responsive yo-yo in general for it. because it's a responsive trick. But it looks kind of like that. I'm not super good at it, but every now and then I can get a bunch of them going in a row. Just kind of depends on if I can get the right angle to start with. Because when you get a good angle to start with, you can go for a while. That was a good one. That was a good one right there. The doomsday clock goes from 6 to 12. How safe the earth is 6. Safest in 1812 the world can end. It's been recorded by NASA scientists. Interesting. That doesn't sound very good, but hopefully it won't be too huge of a problem. Oh, I think I understand now what you mean by 86 seconds before midnight. So you're saying like from the scale from 6 to 12, it got like super close to 12. Is that what you mean by that? Okay, gotcha. That does sound problematic, not gonna lie. Wonder what they measure it with. Like, is it based on like distance to the sun or like, global warming or something weird? I don't know. I'm curious. Oh, by climate change. Okay, I could see that. Weather has been like crazy weird over the last couple of years. And dangerous, how dangerous technology is. I could see that. Could definitely see that. I've been trying to work on that like cross arm seasick. It's really hard to land the cross arm section of it. So like when we go into the seasick, it's supposed to keep going on that cross arm. There we go. I don't know if y'all can even see that on the camera, to be honest. Like, I'm not sure if it even shows. Hmm. Interesting. I could also see that too. There was a lot of crap going on for sure. I could see that. I'm trying to find another way to like keep the momentum going with that, so that I don't just have to like, because like when I land here, I feel like I have to like readjust to get into anything, but I kind of want to see if I can like keep the momentum going this way. Maybe something like that. I guess that's just a dismount at that point. That's fun, I'm not gonna lie. Yo, how's it going, Mandy? Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Biggest solar storm in history. I don't know what is a solar storm? Oh boy. There we go. That's the whip I was going for. Darn. I've never gone for horizontal chopsticks. That might be kind of fun. It's when the sun burps out a bunch of heat. Oof. That sounds dangerous. Wow. The more you know. Well, thank you for sharing. I will need to look into that a little bit more and see what the hubbub is about that, because I probably should be aware of it if it's legit. Hmm. I do suppose a generator would help in those situations. Hmm. I mean, I feel like if it disrupted a magnetic field, that would probably be pretty problematic. Um, I guess that's fair. If for some reason that app, like, I stopped posting YouTube videos during that time frame, I guess you'll know why. Yo, how's it going, Not Finn? Welcome, welcome. Am I gonna compete at Nats? Probably, as long as the dates work out for me. That's the hope. I really like one of my main yo-yo goals this year is to make finals at Nats in Offstring. I feel like I have the trick set for it. It's just whether I have the consistency and whether I have the consistency and like the routine building skills. Up to you, Ethan. Either way is fine. You know, we're just chilling. We're vibing. Not Fen, are you planning to compete at Nats? I'm not sure if I know who you are based off your username, but if you are a yo-yo player, will you also be at Nats? Can I do Iwasawa Tower? I've never actually tried to learn Iwasawa Tower, but I know a bunch of towers. Like, I know that one. I don't know if that's Iwasawa Tower or not. That I know that tower as well. That's okay, Ethan, no worries. I have ADHD too, it's alright, man. I feel you. That's one reason why I yo-yo and I stream, so I can talk with people, because it can sometimes be a little more engaging that way. Even though I enjoy yo-yoing anyway. Can I do 2.5 hook? I have not yet learned 2.5 hook. Hooks just make my arms hurt. Like, I know 1.0 hook, negative 1.0 hook, 1.5 hook, and then this laceration to double or nothing, but I don't know, like, I've only landed 2.0 hook like twice, and I've never even attempted 2.5 hook. Because like I've landed it, like that was kind of close to 2.0 hook. This keeps, my hands just keep getting in the way. Who do you think is the best yo-yoer in the world? Oh man, it really depends on the styles, to be honest. Because like, you know, you could go with the obvious choices of the current world champions in each division. In terms of like people with like the most consistent performance and or like, you know, most innovative, probably Hajime Miura, Takeshi Matsuda, Rei Ukura. They're all really good. I would say they're some of the best for sure. Unintentionally, but they are all from Japan, which makes sense because the yo-yo scene is very strong in Japan. Well, actually, is Takeshi from Japan or is he from Canada? I don't remember if Takeshi is from Japan or Canada. Yeah, Rei, Hajime, and Takeshi, for sure. Japan, okay. I couldn't remember because there are some Japanese players that also live in Canada. You want to learn Iwasawa as well, Bendy? It does sound like a hard John. Like, I feel like Iwasawa Tower is one of those tricks that people keep making like stupidly hard with all their like over the head lasso tricks. The over the head 360 lassos to Iwasawa Tower or whatever. Like, it's crazy. I do need to learn that at some point. Oh, absolutely. Shinji Saito. How did I forget? Hajime Sakauchi. I don't remember Hajime Sakauchi. Is that Hajime? Is this Hajime 5A player? Because there is a Hajime that is a 5A player, right? How's it going, Edgar? Do I know 5A? I do know some 5A, Ethan. I have a counterweight right here, actually. Let me string it up with a yo-yo. I've never done counterweight with the grasshopper before, but you know, could be fun. It's a heavier yo-yo, could be interesting. Worth a try. Could be a disaster, we'll find out momentarily. Okay, so the counterweight and the yo-yo spin at really different speeds because of how heavy this yo-yo is comparatively. Let's figure this out real quick. I need to lengthen this string. This string is too short. Can't believe I'm saying that. For 5A, like, a lot of people play with like super short strings, but this is just like, it's too much. It is too short. But I don't want to waste the string. Sakauchi is 2A. Oh, okay, gotcha. There's a 5A trick called spider. Yeah, no, this string is too short. I agree. I cut it too short last time that I made a 5A string. But like you can still do 5A with it. It's just awkward because it's just there's not enough string to work with. Yeah, they do hurt. That's one reason why I use the bouncy ball as my counterweight instead of things that actually hurt. Yo, how's it going, Mystical? Welcome. Messing around with some 5A. Going from like really, really short string to probably way too long string, but whatever. It'll be fine. Oh, it's a different trick called Spider or Spider-Man. I know Spider-Man. I'm not very good at it, but I know what trick it is. Ooh, fun indeed. Also, Mystical, were you able to figure out why you weren't able to comment on some of my videos? Because like I haven't noticed anything weird in the settings from my end. Oh wow, this string is way longer now. I feel like it needs to be somewhere in between those two lengths, but whatever, it's fine. I actually kind of like the grasshopper for 5A. It's very comfortable. Oops. You suck at Spider-Man. I do. I also suck at Spider-Man. Where can you get counterweights? You can get them at most yo-yo stores, online, or if you have like a dice, you can drill a hole in the dice. You just basically just need something that you can string up to the other side. Can I do electric fan? I can do some very basic electric fan. Basically just like stuff like that, where it's just like really basic tricks with the counterweight spinning. Have I tried a variation on follow with 5A? That's a cool idea. I have not. Every Omega Pro X2 comes with a counterweight. Good to know. I did not know that. Oh my. I think every Duncan freehand comes with the counterweight too, actually, which makes sense. And I know a lot of people they'll 3D print counterweights too. Like there was a guy at Worlds. He was 3D printing counterweights, and so he handed out a bunch of those to people, which was really nice. I just really like the bouncy ball because it doesn't hurt when it hits my hands. Whereas like if I use a dice, it hurts a lot. Oops. Yo, how's it going, Dakota? Welcome back. You once hit yourself with a sharp-edged yo-yo doing Godspeed and it hurt a lot. I could imagine. I could imagine that would hurt a lot. Sharp metal yo-yos when doing fast tricks. It's a very painful combo. Yeah, that 3D printed one is a really big counterweight, but the material that they use for 3D printing is pretty light, so like it probably actually weighs maybe even less than the bouncy ball does. But you're right, it is a really big counterweight. What would be some variations on follow for counterweight? I don't actually know. Really into the somersaults. True. Kind of hard to throw them over my hair. Excuse me, over my floor and ruin them. Yeah, that's fair. Are you're talking about solo hum somersaults, right, Bendy? I also am a big fan of solo hum somersaults. They're very fun. I actually just well, I I may or may not have filmed a video that may or may not be helping people how to learn the may or may not be somersault yo-yo trick for solo hum. Perhaps. Bimetal yo-yos, yes, they are very painful. Oof. Solo hum over cement sounds scary. I've done solo hum next to cement, and it makes me cringe every time that I drop the yo-yo, because like even if I drop it in the grass, if I'm like if it spins the wrong way, it'll just go and just run over the concrete anyway. That happened when I was out of town visiting my family. Like I was practicing solo hum in their backyard, and it like I dropped it, and I very easily could have just been like yo-yoing further away from the concrete just on grass, but I made the dumb decision of not doing that and dinged up a perfectly good yo-yo, but it's fine. It happens. The yo-yo friends yo-yo. Oh, the yo-yo friends yo-yo, not the trick. Okay, gotcha. Well, I'm glad that you're liking the yo-yo friends somersault. It does look like a really good off-string yo-yo, honestly. Part of me wants to get one, but at the same time, I have a lot of off-string yo-yos at the moment, and they get expensive when you buy too many of them. Maybe try just basically doing follow, but the string is not attached to your hand, and maybe add some aerial stuff. Interesting. Good day. How's it going, Newt Newt? How would we do that? I'm not used to doing counterweight with string this long. I honestly might, like what I might do is I might cut the string a little bit, maybe to like here, and then retie it. Yo, how's it going, Brian? Welcome, welcome. Yo-yos are expensive these days. I agree. Some of them have gotten cheaper for sure. But in general, yo-yos can they can get expensive fast, especially if you're getting like if you're getting competition sets of yo-yos, it can add up so quickly. And when you're doing off string and you try and get a set so that you can do solo hum, but you can also do, you know, like you have like backups and whatever, right? It can just add up really, really fast. Because like with 1A, you only really need like one, maybe two backups max. But like for 4A, like I brought like four, I think almost six yo-yos on stage at one point. And you know, it adds up, man. Fort Worth used to be a military site. I did not know, or station. I did not know that. You were in Fort Worth today, Mystical? Nice. Problem is you can't find any more Amulet Pros. Honestly, Bendy, like I've been tossing around the idea of selling my Amulet Pros. So if you find yourself at Worlds and have decided by that point to sell them, like they're yours if you want them. Yeah, the no sign binders with 5A is a little bit difficult. I'm doing good. How are you? Oh, how do you retie the knot? I probably should have shown that actually. And now I made this string too short again. There's no way to win. I should have just cut off a smaller amount. Whatever. It's fine. Basically, what you do, I'll show you with some string here, is you make a little loop. So you make a little loop at the top, and then you wrap around that loop. And it's really hard to see, but there's a little opening in there. And you pull the main loop through there and you tighten and you find yourself another loop. Is that the Grasshopper GTX? It is the Grasshopper GTX 2. I should sell them to Newt Newt. Oh man, now we have competition for the Amulet Pros. We'll see. We'll see. further testing, but looking pretty happy to lock into somersaults. That's fair. They do look really good. I did not know that the closest black hole is 200 light years away. Thankfully, that is not very close. That is indeed very far, actually. Bendy, do you got an idea for an off-string pop yo-yo yet? That would be sick if you all end up actually making one. Did I keep making the string way too short for 5A? It was too long before and now it's too short. Whatever. It's fine. We're just vibing anyway. It doesn't really matter. It's barely outside of our solar system. Interesting. I haven't really looked into like astrophysics too much. I probably should. Seems like a fun thing to look into. Your shared SIG is in the planning stage, but it looks pretty good from the CAD scan. Nice. Did you do some of the design for the CAD? Or did you just kind of give them a general vibe of what you like in a yo-yo and then had them design it? I've always been curious what that process looks like. Ah. The latter. That's fair. That's kind of what I did. So recently, actually, I made some yo-yos out. Like I turned some yo-yos on a wood lathe with my dad. So we made some yo-yos out of like hickory and Brazilian rosewood and walnut. And I kind of did a similar idea where I like told him the idea of what we were going for, and we made like some sketches. And then he kind of went to town on figuring out how to actually implement the shape on the lathe. It was actually really interesting and worked out surprisingly well. Takes forever to get information, but it's worth it most of the time. I could see that. One of these days, when you're free, you'll go to the DFW Yo-Yo Club. You should do it, man. You should go to the April one. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. There may be a cool event going on that may or may not have been confirmed yet. Well, that was kind of fun. I've never done a spinning around 5A trick before. It doesn't really work that well, but it kind of does. It's more cold at the South Pole. Oh, Mars is as cold as the South Pole. Interesting. The more you know. Dang it. That's the thing with 5A is like, you'll be like vibing for a second, and then out of nowhere it's just like immediate knot. Like that. It's like, I swear I had that one, and then it's just like, nah, how about we end up in a knot? Okay. trying to figure out the butterfly. Yeah, bendy or newt newt. If either like, if at some point I do decide to sell my Amulet Pros, I will let y'all know. There was one guy on the Discord who may have been interested in them as well, but it just depends. I haven't decided if I'm going to still use the seals for my competition off-string yo-yos or not. If I am, then I'll hold on to the Amulet Pros, but if I decide not to and go with like Wild Boundless or Bound or something, then I might consider selling them. Yo, how's it going, Kamran? Another fun fact is that one of Jupiter's moons has a salty ocean with twice as much water as the Earth. That is a fun fact. We're getting all the fun space facts today. Courtesy of Ethan, we appreciate it. Bro. You're having a civil night. Good to hear that, Monkey Man. I'm sorry your night's not going too hot, Ethan. I hope that you get some good rest tonight to feel better from that sickness. It's no fun getting sick. We got more fun space facts on the way. You'll love to see it. Saturn's rings are 90% water. Interesting. I would have thought that they were mostly like, well, I guess for them to be visible, they would need to be more solid than gas. I would have expected it to be mostly gas or mineral. Interesting. These can't be made out of gas because they're made out of liquids. Yeah, that's fair. Because like if they were made out of gas, like I don't know how well that would do in space. Actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, since space is a vacuum, true. That was the thing that was getting to me about, like, when I thought initially that it was gas, I was like, well, how would it be mostly gas if it's a vacuum? And that there's no air in space. If there's no air in space, how would there be gases in space? Late night space conversations. I'm going to switch back to 1A for a minute. Man, the string feels super long now that I've been using the really, really short 5A string. Two facts about the moon. Bring it on. Let's do this. The moon smells like blueberries and raspberries and is lemon shaped. Interesting. I'm not sure how you would really be able to smell the moon if there are no gases in space. Fact about the weight of space or weight of a star. I feel like the weight of a star would be pretty heavy, not gonna lie. You know, since like planets literally orbit it, it's got to be super heavy. One teaspoon of a neutron star weighs as much as every human on Earth. Interesting. This goes to show how dense a star is. Yeah. I clipped my fingernails recently, so DNAs are not working out so hot. Once every 200 years, a beam is shot through space that's strong enough to evaporate the sun, and it almost hit Earth a few years ago. Interesting. There we go. No. Interesting. I'm curious, how are we able to like know what things smell like in space if space is a vacuum void of gas? I don't know. Scientists took samples from thick cloud that's between the seventh and eighth planet. Interesting. I guess that makes sense. Like if they're able to take samples from it and bring it back to Earth for testing. Satellite missions, true. Take a few years to get it because of that, because of how far it is. That makes sense because like things are really far away from each other in space. you're in the United States, Ethan, you should really go check out NASA's, like, they have a whole like museum that's interactive in Houston, Texas. You should go check it out. I went there for like to Houston for a work trip at one point and checked out the NASA museum. It was really fun. I feel like that'd be something you'd really enjoy if you haven't been before. That was worth a try. Didn't think about how much that would snag the string. You went last week before you got sick? Well, there you go. It's pretty cool, huh? I really liked it. Oh my goodness. That is quite the tangle. But it is not a knot. You want to know one thing that simulates the feeling of walking on the moon? It freaked you out a little bit the first time. I could see that being a little bit scary. I don't think I had a chance to try that one. When we went, we mainly went to like they had this like almost like a little golf cart or something, but like or like a little tour thing that took you over to like this separate part of the museum that had like a life-size, like really big rocket like shuttle kind of thing in there. It was really cool. We spent a lot of time looking at that because it was huge. And then of course the presentation from the actual astronauts was fun too. The land tour, yeah, I think it was the land tour. It's been a couple of years since I've been there, so I don't remember exactly which one it was, but I think that's the one. We didn't do any of the VR stuff because we didn't know that they had it and that you needed like a reservation or whatever for it. There we go. It was super fun but expensive. The VR stuff. I feel like the VR stuff would have been like super cool. We just didn't know about it until we got there and that you needed a reservation or to wait in line. And we're like, well, we could do that or the land tour and like go around the whole museum. And we decided to just do that instead. I'm so bad at those 360 over the head tricks, man. There we go. Love from India, yo. Thanks, J. Paul. I appreciate it, man. Glad you're enjoying the stream. There we go. A gamma ray burst releases as much energy as the sun ever will in our lifetime. The more you know. This is Space Facts with Ethan. Like Loki, I actually am like really enjoying the Space Facts. So like, I appreciate you sharing them. It makes for some fun little nuggets of wisdom and knowledge. Alright, I'm probably going to have to head out for the night, but I appreciate y'all being here. And if you have enjoyed the stream, please do consider leaving a like and subscribing so you can be notified for future content. I'm planning to go live tomorrow night as well, so if you enjoyed the live tonight, I might have a guest on tomorrow. So with that, thanks for being here, and I'll see y'all around.